Right, that's the side. So Excellect, as Mandy has already said, that we are a whole of the market health insurance broker and employee benefits solutions providers. And I shall be presenting today. So today's agenda, I'm going to do a quick introduction of our team. Then I'm going to tell you about why SME businesses need EAPs. I'll tell you a little bit about the EAP background and the details, and what this means for you as the consultants, as a member. Then I'll show you the PAM Wellbeing app for those who haven't downloaded it yet, to give you a bit of an idea what it looks like, and hopefully encourage you to download it after this session. Then I'll show you what this could mean for your clients, and how you can use that for your clients. I thought it was also a good idea to then outline the referral process of referring your clients to the EAP program. Then I'll talk to you about our partnership. Mandy has already kindly introduced me, so you know what we are about. Quickly run past the most popular benefits. We've just picked out the top 3, what we've seen last year and this year so far. And then we've got some time for questions. So Excellent. We are a Bristol-based whole of the market health insurance broker. So whole of the market, that means that if you want to quote for private medical insurance, for example, or income protection, we would approach all the insurers in the UK in the market and get you the best price. And that's not only based on the best price as the lowest price, it's also based on what the business looks like. So we always do a bit of a fact find, because it depends on demographics of a company, what is a good fit. Our market is SMEs, so at least if we have at least 3 people, we can help you. We're a team of 15, as I already said, based in Bristol, so we know the challenges of an SME ourselves. We're owner managed, and our emphasis is on client service, and we're really, really proud that we have got a 97% retention rate. So most of the times when we lose clients, it's really because some cease trading, but also businesses get taken over by larger businesses who have their own systems in place already. This is our team. On the left is Anne. Some of you may have already met her. She is retiring in 2 weeks' time, but she has done an awful lot of work of making this happen. She has done all the work, her and Mandy, of making this happen for you as members to the Talk HR Club. And then there's me and Sally, and we both look after sales and partnership. Sally is our employee benefits consultant, so she does more of the back end and talks clients to the finer details of our recommendations and quotes. Right, so we've got some impressive statistics here. The UK loses 17 million working days to stress, depression and anxiety. And I'm sure many of you have seen statistics like this before in your HR capacity. 56 billion that costs of mental ill health related absence and employee turnover. Sometimes people just can't cope anymore in that environment and leave their job and look to go somewhere else. PAM reports that 34% of all calls relate to mental health. So PAM is the EAP provider we work with, and it's people asset management, just in case you're wondering. 57% reduction in anxiety and 51% reduction in depression following therapy delivered by PAM Wellbeing. And they say that, you will see this later on in the video, that most of the calls, somewhere in the 90%, most of the depression and anxiety is already solved after just a couple of phone calls. Productivity, so it's really important to look after your people's health and well-being, because that increases productivity, and in the end of the day, that increases the profit of your business as well. And that's why we're all in business. Sadly, it's not a hobby. We all need to make money. And And also, of course, in EAP, it's really positive. It promotes a positive culture of well-being and support. And people want to be with you. They want to be part of your business. And it's really hard for SMEs to provide this and to provide people help for all their issues, because most business owners, managers, we are not equipped to deal with other people's problems. So it's so good to have somewhere there you can signpost them to. Just to show you that, it gives you a little bit of a background for EAPs and why we have chosen people asset management to work with. So an EAP is a very affordable and accessible solution for SMEs. It's our job to let SMEs know that they're not too small to have employee benefits in place, because most of them think that it's just for the big guys, and it's really not. And we have the purchasing power of our clients. So we pull it all together to have our purchasing power for an EAP. And in 2020, we interviewed several providers. And we soon found out that many providers are really not interested in servicing SMEs, because as you can imagine, it's very much an economy of scale business. So if you have a business of 10, they're not really interested. But luckily, we selected People Assets Management because they were very willing to collaborate. They're very flexible and very responsive to businesses with a couple of hundred employees, or even if you have 3. They're also a very established provider. As you can see here, they look after the ASTA people, HM prison and probation service. They have to bid for that contract. I think it's every year, and it's quite a big process, and they win it year after year. So we think that's really important to use an established provider as well, and they have also a very established group of counsellors and nurses and people who can help. Right. So what does the EAP mean for you as a member to Talk HR? Well, Mandy already said in the introduction that as an individual, as a one-man band, you cannot usually access an EAP program. And we do realize that it's very lonely when you work from home. That's why being part of a club is really important, because you can offload your problems, your stress, and people can help. But when it goes to the personal things, it's great to have a support network and people to talk to. So Talk HR Support Framework. So Select EAP is a member benefit for Talk HR Club members. So this came into place on the 1st of August. Hopefully most of you have downloaded the app and can see what it's about, what it covers. So it doesn't only cover the 24/7 helpline and face-to-face meetings. There is the mood monitor. There's a quarterly magazine. There's so many other things you can access through this. The details have been provided by Mandy and Anne, and so if you have any problems with that, please talk to them. But if you want to know anything about the program or anything about accessibility, you can always call me or Sally. And of course, it's a great way to see firsthand what clients experience. And this is what we do at Select all the time. We have nearly all the benefits in place, so we get to experience what it's like to have it in place, and it's really important to do that. For those who haven't seen this yet, the key features of an employee assistance program, I'll quickly run you through it. It's a 24/7 helpline. That's also there for people in your household. Not the face-to-face meetings, as you can imagine, but that's also there for people in your household. Then you've got the face-to-face meetings. It's normally 8 sessions per issue. So if you have 8 face-to-face sessions and then something else completely unrelated happens, then they will see you again. Computerized CBT, which is really important. Anyway, I'll run you can read yourself what's included. What we also really liked is that there are different ways to talk to them. So you have a live chat function, online portal, mobile app, because people prefer different things. Some people want to pick up the phone, some people just want to do it through a live chat. So it's very accessible for people. And as you can see here, the magazine is really good. And also as an employer, or when the employer takes that on for its people, you get lots of posters and leaflets come with that to promote the EAP amongst your people. You can see here, it's just a bit of an overview of the app, thoughtful thinking, stepping stones. I think the mood monitor is on here as well. Oh yeah, there it is. Inspiring ideas. I quite like the recipes on there. They're good. Always looking for new ideas, what to cook. The virtual gym is very good too. I've tried that. So I'd say just browse through it and see what you like to use. I'll now show you a little video, and Em's kindly incorporated the link. So here we go. Thank you. I think that summarized it nicely of what I was just talking about. So the need to know, the EAP for your clients. We've arranged a very special price for you as Talk HR members. And arranged a fixed price for £8.50 plus VAT per employee per annum. So this is for your clients, as an HR consultant for your clients. There normally is a minimum market price for EAPs of £500. So if you want to offer it to a business with 3 people, it's going to cost you £500 for a year. But this way, you can offer it for £8.50 plus VAT per year. We're confident that we are the market leader in this, because we believe we should offer it at this price. The EAP is an unregulated market, so you may see much more expensive EAPs out there because people can put on top of it what they like. We would go to market. So we do a market search of other EAP programs for businesses with 50 plus employees. And if there's anything cheaper out there, we will price match. You've got to have a minimum of 3, and it has to be offered to all employees, of course, because we have to have that economy of scale. Preferential prices on the basis of client referral for free consultation. Now, that means that we do need to have a conversation with your client first. You're more than welcome to join us in that meeting, but we are FCA registered because we are a whole of the market broker. And to be compliant, we need to know our client first. So we need to ask them a couple of questions first, so we know that we are recommending the right thing. A really good example is one of the questions always is, what employee benefits do you already have in place? And quite a few SMEs have got death in service, so life insurance in place. Now, with AIG, which is one of the providers, they offer a service called Smart Health alongside that. It's a really good program, and it includes an EAP. So sometimes people say, oh, I didn't realize that because I didn't read the small print. And actually, Smart Health is really good, and that's fine, because Smart Health is a bit more basic than the EAP I've just shown you, so it doesn't really have the magazine to come with it. But some businesses think, well, it's already included. I have got something to signpost my people to. We don't need an extra EAP on top of it. So that's one of the main reasons why we need to speak to the client first. And as I said before, you're more than welcome to join in that meeting. We then look after all the applications and formality and annual renewals. So what we do, we renew it on a yearly basis. So they don't have to sign up for a 3-year contract. It's a yearly contract. And every year we just check in what the employee numbers are and update it. And then the clients also come to us for all client questions and queries, and we can help them with that. So as we are a small team, there's no call center. You will get one of us on the phone. And then you will receive, as an HR consultant, £1 per EAP place sold, except for when we have to price match. And then you will, as the HR consultant, will get the fee statement twice a year in February and in August. So if there is a referral fee to be paid to you, we will let you know around February and August and ask you to raise an invoice, and we'll pay that to you then, just in case you're wondering how the technicalities work. So the referral process, I touched on that a little bit already. You introduce a client by email, so you can copy me in, and then we contact that client with you copied in to set up a quick meeting. I mean, sometimes it's a Teams call. Some people just prefer it to be a phone call. So then we offer a free consultation. So we make sure we tell them there's no cost to this, because we don't charge. We make all our money from the insurers. And we also explain that we look after the admin for your client. Then we'll do an official quote. So they will receive an official recommendation report. And in the report is everything included in the EAP. So they have a really good outline, what it includes and what the terms and conditions are as well. Then we'll provide an invoice with an application form, also a setup form. And once they've paid the invoice, then it takes around 7 working days to set up the EAP. It normally is quicker, but we always prefer to say, to ask for a preferred start date, because most people like it to start at the 1st of the month, just because it makes sense and it may give them some time to promote it before it starts. But also some businesses may swap provider. They used to have something more expensive in place. So we can coordinate that and make sure that the renewal date falls on when the other program finishes. Then PAM, so People Asset Management, they will directly contact the clients with me copied in, with a welcome letter and with all the posters to promote it. And just to let you know that this is completely confidential. So the business owner or the business owners won't know who has used the EAP program. And currently, PAM is actually working on different posters, which you can use in your business, but but it makes sure it doesn't really stand out that much that the EAP is provided by the business owner, because it causes a suspicion. Normally it stops people from ringing that line, that phone line, or using that program, because they don't really want the business owner to know. And trust me, they won't know. It's completely confidential. Right, so we've got here, I thought I'd add some testimonials to it. Mandy did a Talk HR survey asking if that's what you wanted as members, and you all said that would be great to have. Again, in the introduction, we are a trusted pair of hands. We've worked with Mandy for quite a while now, and that's why we're completely transparent. So if you want to be copied in any of the emails and be part of the meetings, you're more than welcome to. I thought I'd add a testimonial here, which is really nice. So another lady, also called Anne, retired from PAM last month. And she said she'd like to thank us for being kind and thoughtful people, and that we were truly focused on getting the best for our clients, but also working in true partnership. It's really nice to read that. Having an EAP there in your toolkit, it just helps greatly with employee attraction, retention, and engagement. As an HR consultant, you can spot opportunities, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you when contracts need to be rewritten, because of course by law all the benefits have to be written into contracts now, and handbooks. 2P, I hear you all sigh. I know quite a bit about 2P, but Simon, our MD, is our 2P go-to expert. It's really important with existing benefits, so we can help with that. We can make sure we ask the current provider what included in those benefits. And so then we can make sure that the 2P people have exactly the same benefits for at least the next 2 years. But also then match perhaps the other employees up to what the 2P people have in place, because a bit of resentment can exist there from time to time. So we understand what people go through with 2P, including you as HR consultants. There are no fees, no obligations. As I said, we provide free quotes and consultations and reviews. So even if businesses have benefits in place already, we're more than happy to do a market review, and we do not charge for that. Commercial terms. Now, apart from the EAP, what I just told you, that it's £1 per year per EAP place sold, if from that initial review comes more business, because we always send the flyer and businesses say, oh, I didn't realize you did private medical insurance or income protection or death in service. Then, of course, we'll talk about that too, and can do a review and get them quotes. Any business resulting from that, we will share our commission, which is 25% to you as the HR consultant. And we'll do that. We'll pay that fee twice a year. And just so you know, market parity is that any broker should come up with the same quote. So we can't be cheaper than another broker. We can be cheaper because we don't charge a fee, but there is a market parity in the market. And then we've got everyone benefits: employee, the employer and the client, you and us. So I quickly touched on other benefits we do. I won't talk you through our whole benefits wheel, which looks like an eyeball. But we always pick out the 3 top ones. So these are the 3 top ones we've seen last year and this year, certainly. So the top 3 benefits, private medical insurance, that's the biggest differentiator in the recruitment market. So if you notice any of your clients having this in place, it's always worth asking if they use a broker, because a broker will get a discount and will shop around for you every year. And it's astonishing how many people don't do that. And we end up saving a business thousands sometimes. We also do the admin for them. So any leavers and newcomers, they just have to tell us and do that, saving them a lot of time. Because again, we see businesses still paying for premiums for employees who are not even there anymore, just because people are just too busy to tell the insurers. Death in service. Death in service is typically a multiplier of a salary, which gets paid to the financial dependents. It's a very affordable benefit, surprisingly affordable. And I would say definitely get a quote. Of course, we think every business should have this in place, because if something happens, the family will come and ask the business owner if there is money there. And putting that in place retrospectively does not go down well with employees, as we have seen time and time again. And a health cash plan. So the health cash plan, this is something we discuss when we talk about EAP program, because a health cash plan is one of the most affordable benefits around. I'll go on to the next one, and you can see what it includes. So a health cash plan is an umbrella for lots of different benefits, but one of the benefits included is an EAP, and that's why we talk about it. So it includes health benefits such as optical and dental. So if businesses pay for eye examinations, for example, that can come under a health cash plan. So it's there to look after people's everyday health and well-being. And how it works is that if you go and have a sports massage or buy new glasses or go to the dentist, you can download the invoice on the app, and then within a couple of days, you as the employee will get that money back in your bank account. We've got it at Exelect and we use it a lot. It's just a great benefit to have in place, and it's cash in your pocket in the end. It includes also a discount portal. So it's a great way for these SMEs to compete with the larger corporates. Discounts parking at Heathrow, discounts at gyms, Marks and Spencer, Sainsbury's. There's about 2,000 different discounts included. So there's something there for everyone. But what also is included is a virtual GP service. And we're finding that business owners really like that now, because you don't have to wait for weeks for a GP appointment, which means that people have to take less time off work. You can also book those calls during your lunch break or perhaps after work, meaning that people don't have to be out of the business. And GPs, those virtual GPs, can also prescribe medication online. So if you desperately need antibiotics or migraine tablets, you don't have to wait for an appointment with your GP down the road or somewhere down in another village or town. And as I said, it includes EAP. So this starts from around £5 per person per month. If you have larger businesses, it's as little as £1 per person per week. So with that, compared to an EAP of £8.50 per year per person, businesses can make an informed decision of what they want to put in place. And of course, having something like this or any benefit helps with employee attraction and retention, and it's got a really wide appeal to all age groups as well.